Good morning, class. I'm Akansha, your economics teacher. Today we'll cover some important concepts about national income and related aggregates. This topic is very important for your exams, so I want all of you to focus. Let's start with a quick question to warm up. Okay, class, let's begin with first question. What is national income? A. Total monetary value of all final goods and services produced in an economy in a year. B. Total value of intermediate goods produced in a year. C. Sum of all goods produced including double counting. D. Net value of exports only. Who would like to answer?
Ma'am, I think it's a total monetary value of all final goods and services produced in an economy in a year.
That's correct, Rashi. Can you explain why this is the answer?
Sure, ma'am. National income refers to the monetary value of all the final goods and services produced within a country during a year. We exclude intermediate goods to avoid double counting.
Excellent explanation. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following is deducted to calculate NNP from GNP? A. Net factor income from abroad. B. Depreciation. C. Net indirect taxes. D. Subsidies.
Ma'am, it's B, depreciation, is a correct answer.
Well done, Mahi. Can you tell the class why depreciation is deducted?
Depreciation represents the decrease in an asset's value over time. Subtracting it from GNP gives us the net national product, which reflects the net output after accounting for this loss.
Great job, Mahi. Now another question. GDP at factor cost is equal to GDP at market prices minus A. Subsidies. B. Indirect taxes. C. Net indirect taxes minus subsidies. D. Depreciation.
Ma'am, it's C. Net indirect taxes minus subsidies.
That's correct, Aditi. Can you briefly explain?
Sure, ma'am. To calculate GDP at factor cost is subtracting net indirect taxes from GDP at market prices.
Wonderful explanation. You all are doing well. Let's try another one. 4. Which of the following is not included in GDP? A. Illegal transactions. B. Final goods and services. C. Net indirect taxes. D. Depreciation.
Ma'am, it's A, illegal transactions.
That's correct. Why aren't illegal transactions included in GDP?
Illegal transactions are not included because they are not recorded or regulated, so they can't be accounted for in the official economic data.
Perfect. Now the next question. Which of the following measures excludes NFIA? A. Gross domestic product GDP. B. Gross national product GNP. C. Net national product NNP. D. None of the above.
Ma'am, I think the answer is A, gross domestic product, GDP.
That's correct. Can you tell us why? Gross domestic product GDP excludes NFIA?
GDP only measures the goods and services produced within a country, so it doesn't include net factor income from abroad, NFIA.
Excellent. Let's keep going. Next question. Which component is part of national income? A. Wages of workers. B. Income from illegal activities. C. Lottery winnings. D. Transfer payments.
I believe it's A. Wages of workers is part of national income.
Well done. Could you explain why wages are included in national income?
Sure, ma'am. Wages represent payments for labor used in production, so they are a part of national income.
Spot on. Now for the next one. 7. The formula for net domestic product NDP is A. GDP minus NFIA. B. GDP minus depreciation. C. GNP minus depreciation. D. GNP minus NFIA.
Ma'am, the answer is B, GDP-depreciation.
That's correct. Net domestic product equals GDP minus depreciation. What's the logic behind this?
Depreciation accounts for the wear and tear of assets, so subtracting it from GDP gives us net domestic product.
Well said. Let's do another one. Which of the following is considered while calculating GDP by the expenditure method? A. Savings. B. Net exports. C. Depreciation. D. Net factor income from abroad.
It's B. Net exports, ma'am.
Correct again. Can you explain why?
The expenditure method adds consumption, investment, government spending, and net exports. So, while calculating GDP by the expenditure method, it does not consider the other three options: savings, depreciation, or net factor income from abroad. Only net exports is included.
Perfect explanation. Next question. Real GDP is adjusted for A. Depreciation, B. Inflation, C. Indirect taxes, D. Subsidies.
Ma'am, it's B, inflation.
That's right. Why do we adjust GDP for inflation?
Real GDP is calculated at constant prices, adjusting for inflation to remove the effects of price changes over time and get a clear picture of actual economic growth.
Good explanation. Moving to next question. 10. Personal income excludes A. Corporate taxes, B. Transfer payments, C. Wages, D. Rent.
Ma'am, the answer is A, corporate taxes.
That's correct. Can you explain why?
Personal income is calculated by subtracting corporate taxes and retained earnings from national income, so corporate taxes are excluded.
Very good. Let's move to the next one. 11th. Disposable income is equal to personal income minus A. Savings, B. Taxes, C. Depreciation, D. Net factor income from abroad.
Ma'am, it's B, taxes. Disposable income is equal to personal income minus taxes.
That's correct. Can you explain why?
Disposable income is the income available to individuals after paying direct taxes.
Excellent. Next question. Which of the following is a primary sector activity? A. Banking, B. Manufacturing, C. Agriculture, D. Education.
Ma'am, it's C, agriculture.
Correct, Mahi. Why is agriculture considered a primary sector activity?
Primary sector. The sector of the economy concerned with or relating to primary industry, which is harvest or extract raw material from nature. Agriculture, forestry and fishing are part of the primary sector.
Perfect. Let's keep going. 13. Which of the following transactions is included in national income? A. Sale of old machinery, B. Payment of interest on public debt, C. Wages paid to factory workers, D. Black market transactions.
The answer is C, wages paid to factory workers, ma'am.
Great! Why are wages included in national income?
Wages are part of the income generated from production activities, so they are directly included in national income.
Absolutely right. Now here's an important one. 14. What is double counting in national income? A. Counting income twice. B. Counting intermediate goods as final goods. C. Adding net indirect taxes twice. D. Subtracting depreciation twice.
It's B, counting intermediate goods as final goods.
Correct. Can you explain why counting intermediate goods as final goods is double counting in national income?
Double counting occurs when intermediate goods are wrongly included in national income.
Excellent explanation. Next question. 15. Which sector contributes the most to GDP in developed economies? A. Primary sector, B. Secondary sector, C. Tertiary sector, D. Informal sector.
It's C, tertiary sector, ma'am.
That's right. Why does the tertiary sector dominate in developed economies?
Developed economies rely more on services like banking, education, healthcare, and IT, which fall under the tertiary sector.
All right, class. Let's continue with next more question. 16th national disposable income includes A. Transfer payments, B. Subsidies, C. Retained earnings, D. Both A and B.
Ma'am, the answer is D, both A and B.
Excellent. Can you explain why both A and B are includes in national disposable income?
National disposable income includes transfer payments and subsidies as they affect the disposable resources available to the economy.
Perfect explanation. Next question. 17. What is included in factor payments? A. Wages, B. Rent, C. Profit, D. All of the above.
Ma'am, it's D, all of the above.
That's correct. Factor payments includes all wages, rent and profit. Why are all these included?
Factor payments cover wages, rent, interest, and profit. Because these are the payments made to all factors of production: labor, land, capital, and entrepreneurship.
Well done. Moving on. 18. Which is not an approach to measuring national income. A. Expenditure method, B. Income method, C. Output method, D. Population method.
The answer is D, population method.
That's right. Why is the population method not used to measuring national income?
National income is calculated using expenditure, income, or output methods, not a population method, as the latter doesn't directly relate to economic output.
Correct. Great explanation. 19th, transfer payments are excluded from national income because A. They do not involve production. B. They are illegal. C. They are private income. D. They are savings.
Ma'am, the answer is A. They do not involve production.
Spot on. Transfer payments are excluded from national income because they do not involve production. Can you elaborate?
Transfer payments are unearned incomes like pensions or subsidies and do not involve production.
Very good. That's why transfer payments are excluded from national income. Now let's tackle the next question. 20. Which of the following is a flow variable? A. Wealth. B. Money supply. C. Income. D. Land.
It's C, income, ma'am.
That's absolutely right. Can you explain why income is a flow variable?
Income is measured over a period of time, making it a flow variable. The other options like wealth and land are stock variables measured at a specific point in time.
Excellent explanation. Moving to next question. 21. Which of the following is a stock variable? A. GDP. B. National debt. C. Investment. D. Exports.
Ma'am, the answer is B, national debt.
That's correct, but why national debt is a stock variable?
A stock variable is measured at a specific point in time, and national debt reflects the total amount owed at a particular moment. In contrast, GDP and investment are flow variables measured over a period.
Excellent. Let's move to the next one. 22nd. Which method of national income calculation adds up wages, rent, interest, and profit? A. Product method. B. Expenditure method. C. Income method. D. Output method.
Ma'am, the answer is C, income method.
That's right. Can you explain how this method works?
The income method calculates national income by summing all factor incomes, wages, rent, interest, and profit.
Perfect explanation. Let's go to the next question. 23rd. In the expenditure method, which of the following is excluded? A. Private final consumption expenditure. B. Net exports. C. Net factor income from abroad. D. Gross capital formation.
Mom, I think it's C, net factor income from abroad.
Correct. Why do we exclude net factor income from abroad in expenditure method?
Because the expenditure method calculates GDP, which measures the value of goods and services produced within a country. Net factor income from abroad is considered in GNP, not GDP, so it is excluded.
Well done. Let's keep going. 24th, GDP deflator is a measure of A. Real GDP. B. Inflation. C. Economic growth. D. Employment.
The answer is B, inflation, ma'am.
Yes, GDP deflator is a measure of inflation. But what does the GDP deflator actually do?
The GDP deflator helps measure the price level changes in an economy by comparing nominal GDP to real GDP. It reflects inflation or deflation over time.
Great job. Now here's the next question. 25. Which of the following is not an indirect tax? A. Goods and Services Tax, GST. B. Excise duty. C. Corporate tax. D. Custom duty.
It's C, corporate tax.
That's correct. Can you explain why corporate tax is not an indirect tax?
Indirect taxes are applied to goods and services and are paid indirectly by consumers, such as GST, excise duty, and customs duty. Corporate tax, however, is a direct tax because companies pay it directly on their profits.
Excellent, Mahi. Let's move to the next question. 26. Personal disposable income includes A. Savings and consumption expenditure. B. Savings and subsidies. C. Net indirect taxes and subsidies. D. Depreciation.
Ma'am, I think the answer is A, savings and consumption expenditure.
Correct. Can you explain why savings and consumption expenditure is included in personal disposable income?
Personal disposable income refers to the income that remains after paying taxes. It is the money people can either save or spend on goods and services.
Excellent explanation. Let's move to the next question. 27th. Which component is not considered in the tertiary sector? A. Trade. B. Healthcare. C. Mining. D. Education.
Ma'am, the answer is C, mining.
Right. And why is mining not part of the tertiary sector?
Because mining is a primary sector activity. It involves extracting natural resources, whereas the tertiary sector includes services like trade, healthcare, and education.
Well done. Now let's move to next question. 28th. Green GDP is derived by subtracting which of the following from GDP? A. Depreciation of natural capital. B. Transfer payments. C. Factor incomes. D. Net indirect taxes.
It's a depreciation of natural capital.
Exactly. What does green GDP measure?
Green GDP accounts for environmental damage and resource depletion. It adjusts traditional GDP by deducting the cost of environmental degradation, making it a better measure of sustainable economic growth.
Very well explained. Let's go to the next one. 29. Which of the following is not a limitation of GDP as a measure of economic welfare? A. It ignores income distribution. B. It excludes non-market transactions. C. It considers environmental costs. D. It ignores the quality of goods.
The answer is C, it considers environmental costs.
That's correct. GDP does not consider environmental costs, which is actually one of its limitations. However, green GDP, as we just discussed, tries to fix this issue.
Yes, ma'am. GDP does not consider environmental costs, which is a limitation in assessing economic welfare.
That's an insightful point. Let's move to the next question. 30. Human Development Index (HDI) includes all the following, except A. Health indicators. B. Education levels. C. GDP growth rate. D. Per capita income.
It's C, GDP growth rate.
Spot on. Why is GDP growth rate not included in Human Development Index (HDI)?
HDI considers health, education, and per capita income to measure development, but does not directly account for GDP growth rate.
Very well said. Let's move to next question. 31. Which of the following best represents the concept of net factor income from abroad? NFIA. A. Income earned domestically by foreign residents. B. Income earned abroad by residents minus income earned domestically by foreigners. C. Total income earned by residents from domestic production. D. Total exports of goods and services.
I think the answer is B. Income earned abroad by residents minus income earned domestically by foreigners.
That's correct. Income earned abroad by residents minus income earned domestically by foreigners best represents the concept of net factor income from abroad. NFIA. Can you explain what is NFIA?
NFIA accounts for the difference between income earned by residents abroad and income earned by foreigners within the country.
That's correct. Now let's move to next question. 32. The difference between GDP and GNP is A. Depreciation. B. Net exports. C. NFIAD. Transfer payments.
It's C, NFIA.
That's right. Why NFIA is the key difference between GDP and GNP?
GNP includes net factor income from abroad, while GDP does not.
That's right. Let's move to next question. 33. Which of the following is not a feature of gross national product GNP? A. It includes depreciation. B. It excludes transfer payments. C. It measures income earned within domestic territory only. D. It accounts for production by nationals abroad.
Ma'am, the answer is C. It measures income earned within domestic territory only.
Yes, correct. It measures income earned within domestic territory only is not a feature of gross national product, GNP. Can you tell me why?
Ma'am, GNP not only includes income earned within domestic territory only, but it also includes both within the domestic territory and abroad.
Correct. Let's move to the next question. 34. Which is not an element of the output method of calculating national income? A. Value of final goods and services. B. Net indirect taxes. C. Net factor income from abroad. D. Depreciation.
I'll go with C, net factor income from abroad.
Absolutely correct. Net factor income from abroad is not an element of the output method of calculating national income. Can you explain why?
The output method focuses on goods and services produced domestically, excluding NFIs.
Good. Let's move to next question, 35. When subsidies exceed indirect taxes, GDP at factor cost will be A. Equal to GDP at market prices. B. Less than GDP at market prices. C. Greater than GDP at market prices. D. Unchanged.
It must be C, greater than GDP at market prices.
Yes, when subsidies exceed indirect taxes, GDP at factor cost will be greater than GDP at market prices. Can you explain why?
Subsidies reduce the market price component, making GDP at factor cost higher than GDP at market prices when subsidies exceed indirect taxes.
Exactly, let's move to next question. 36. Which of the following is included in the calculation of real GDP? A. Current prices. B. Constant prices. C. Market prices. D. Factor cost.
It's B, constant prices.
Well done! Can you explain why real GDP is calculated at constant prices?
Real GDP removes inflation by using constant prices, giving us a clearer picture of actual economic growth.
Exactly, let's move forward. 37. Which of the following is not a component of gross domestic expenditure, GDE? A. Private consumption expenditure. B. Government consumption expenditure. C. Net indirect taxes. D. Capital formation.
The answer is C, net indirect taxes.
That's correct, Mahi. Net indirect taxes is not a component of gross domestic expenditure, GDE. Can you explain why?
Gross domestic expenditure includes private and government consumption, capital formation, and net exports. Net indirect taxes are part of GDP at market prices, not GDE.
Nicely explained. Let's move to next question. 38. Which sector's income is difficult to include in national income due to the informal nature of activities? A. Agriculture. B. Manufacturing. C. Tertiary sector. D. Informal sector.
That would be D, informal sector.
Correct. Informal sector's income is hardest to include in national income due to informal activities. Can you tell me why?
Ma'am, the informal sector's income is challenging to include as it often lacks proper records and official recognition.
That's correct. Let's move to next question. 39. Which of the following is not part of factor income? A. Rent. B. Wages. C. Profits. D. Indirect taxes.
The answer is D. Indirect taxes.
Yes, indirect taxes are not part of factor income. Can you tell me why?
Factor income includes payments to factors of production, rent, wages, profits, and interest. Indirect taxes are not part of factor income.
That's correct. Indirect taxes are not payments to factors of production. Okay, class, let's move to next question. 40. Which method of national income calculation is the most appropriate for developing countries? A. Expenditure method. B. Income method. C. Output method. D. None of the above.
The answer is C, output method.
Great answer. Output method of national income calculation is the most appropriate for developing countries. Can you explain why?
The output method is often more appropriate for developing countries due to the limited availability of reliable income and expenditure data.
That's correct. Let's move forward. Question 41. Which of the following is included in the calculation of national income? A. Transfer payments. B. Subsidies. C. Net factor income from abroad. NFIA. D. Capital gains.
Ma'am, the answer is C, net factor income from abroad, NFIA.
Your answer is right. Net factor income from abroad NFI is included in the calculation of national income. Why is that the correct answer?
National income includes only income earned through production activities. NFIA represents income earned by our residents abroad minus income earned by foreigners in our country. Transfer payments, subsidies, and capital gains are excluded because they do not come from production.
Correct. Let's move to next question. 42. Gross domestic product GDP at market price includes A. Net indirect taxes. B. Depreciation. C. Subsidies. D. All of the above.
The answer is D, all of the above.
Correct. Why do all these elements matter in GDP at market price?
GDP at market price includes the value of goods and services at market prices. It accounts for indirect taxes added and subsidies subtracted along with depreciation. Hence, all of the given options are included.
That's right. Let's move forward. 43. Which of the following is not a component of gross national product GNP? A. Consumption expenditure. B. Private investment. C. Net exports. D. External borrowing.
It's D. External borrowing.
Correct. Why external borrowing is not a component of gross national product GNP?
GNP includes consumption expenditure, private investment, government expenditure, and net exports, along with net factor income from abroad. External borrowing is not part of GNP as it relates to financing rather than production.
Very well. Moving to next question. 44. What is the formula to calculate net national product NNP at factor cost? A. GDP depreciation plus NFIA. B. GNP depreciation. C. GNP at market price depreciation net indirect taxes. D. GDP at market price net indirect taxes plus NFIA.
The answer is C. GNP at market price, depreciation, net indirect taxes.
Correct. Why is that the correct formula?
NNP at factor cost is derived by adjusting GNP at market price for depreciation, subtracting it, and net indirect taxes, subtracting indirect taxes and adding subsidies. This gives the actual income received by factors of production.
Okay, correct. Let's move to next question. 45. Which of the following indicates the standard of living of a country? A. Gross domestic product GDP. B. Gross national product GNP. C. Per capita income. D. Net domestic product NDP.
It's C. Per capita income.
Correct. Why does per capita income indicates the standard of living of a country?
Per capita income is the most appropriate indicator of the standard of living, as it divides national income by the population, showing the average income per person.
Very well. Moving next. 46. Which of the following is not part of the tertiary sector in national income accounting? A. Banking services. B. Transportation. C. Agriculture. D. Insurance.
The answer is C, agriculture. Correct. Why is agriculture not part of the tertiary sector? Agriculture is part of the primary sector, while banking services, transportation, and insurance are part of the tertiary sector, which involves service-based activities.
That's correct. Let's move toward next question. 47. Net domestic product NDP is calculated as A. GDP minus depreciation. B. GNP minus net exports. C. NNP minus NFIA. D. GDP minus NFIA.
The answer is A. GDP minus depreciation.
Correct. Net domestic product NDP is calculated as GDP minus depreciation.
Depreciation accounts for the wear and tear of capital goods. Subtracting it from GDP gives us NDP, which reflects the actual net production within a country.
Okay, class. Last question for today's lesson, 48. Which of the following is an example of a non-market transaction excluded from national income? A. A factory worker's salary. B. Housewife's domestic work. C. A doctor's consultation fee. D. Rent from a commercial property.
The answer is B. Housewife's domestic work.
Very well. Why housewife's domestic work is it excluded from national income?
Non-market transactions such as a housewife's domestic work are excluded from national income as they do not involve market exchange or monetary transactions.
Well done, class. You've all shown a great understanding of national income concepts. Keep revising and I'll see you in the next session.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. For more information or to purchase the full course, feel free to reach out to us.